1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Better, okay? Your left hand tends to like hover more towards the left side, okay? Keep it in the center. So try to imagine like there's this barrier. Okay, don't go outside that circular barrier, right?
All right.
Try it again. What's up guys, it's Carl, aka Carl Drum Tech, and I'm gonna make this short and quick because I just finished the lesson. I got another one coming up, so I'm gonna do this really fast. But if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. It's the red button that says subscribe, and that way you are notified every time a new video comes out. I talk about, you know, marching band related stuff all the time, so to be the first to hear about when a new video comes out, please subscribe so you get notified. Now, today I want to talk about just overall like negativity and just, you know, I guess people kind of being, you know, mean, you know, like in the activity. And, you know I talk about this a lot in terms of just like, you know, there's like the jerks in the activity, or the snooty people, or the stuck-up people and stuff like that, egotistical people, right? And it'd be nice to say like that doesn't exist, or that, you know, there's no such thing, or like most people that we meet are nice and cool and stuff like that. But, you know, unfortunately, just like the regular population, you know, there's some bad apples out there, and that's not something that we should shy away from, or that's not something that, you know, we should totally ignore, right? Yes, there are a crap ton of nice people in the activity, and, you know, there's so many of them that it's really easy to just be like, you know, most of the people you meet are nice people. That's absolutely possible, you know, just based on, you know, like statistics, just because there's so much more nice people out there compared to, you know, not so nice people in the activity. But unfortunately, you know, like people who aren't as nice, I mean, that does exist. There are people like that. So, you know, this is the message really is for, you know, how we can make the world a little bit better just by being nice to each other in the activity, okay? And, you know, because it happens, like, you know, I'll get negative comments here and there. People are commenting on each other's videos with negative comments, just, you know, it happens. So what I'm trying to say is, I think kindness and being cool to each other is definitely something that is underrated, right? And you never know. I mean, you know, just within your drumline, you know, is it really so hard to go out of your way to be nice to somebody, to talk to them, to encourage them, to not talk crap, to, like, if you're a leader, can you, you know, spend some time just complimenting people more rather than just like always getting down on them, always getting hard on them, under the premise of, well, I'm just making them better, or I'm just, you know, because I want what's best for them. So you end up being negative, right? And you just end up like just tearing people down all the time. When in reality, people respond a lot better to positive reinforcement, to compliments, to just letting you know that like they're doing a good job and that, you know, they're doing better. Like, people like to hear that kind of thing. And I used to be so against, you know, like giving positive compliments and stuff like that. It's like, you know, why do they deserve it? You know, or like, why should they get that? Why, are they like monkeys? Or like, you know, like, do they work for treats and stuff like that? I used to think that way. But, you know, as I got older, what I've realized is, like, there's nothing like, you know, being more complimentary, being more kind, being more empathetic. It's just, it's gonna go a long way towards like your interactions with other people and your life enjoyment in general. Because if you just constantly see all the wrong that people do all the time, then who's to say that, you know, you won't see all the wrong in the world all the time either, right? And you just kind of have that mindset, that negative mindset that's so negative and just holds you back, right? Versus having a more positive mindset, right? Where just you think everything is good, people are doing the best they can, people are improving, the world is not such a bad place, all that stuff, right? And you end up being like a more happier, more positive person, and that's definitely a good thing. And, you know, just being kind to people around you, being kind to people in your drumline, being kind to people online. It's so easy to be mean to people online because they don't see your face, they don't know you, right? And it's just easy to say, just throw out a thing like, you know, Carl gives, you know, really bad advice, you know, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna point it out there because that's the thing I get. And it's like, do you normally do that in real life? Do you normally just like tell people like, you know, you give bad advice, or, you know, you suck, or like this video is shit, or, you know, like I don't like you, like, you know, maybe it does happen, okay? And in the grand scheme of things, you know, like I don't really care. Like honestly, I don't care. I mean, yes, it does hurt, like I said, because I'm human, and you know, I'm doing everything I can to learn from that and not have that affect me. What I really care about is that you don't think like that. That you don't think that it's okay to just like randomly, or, you know, just give like all this negativity out in the world and give all these negative comments, because it's bad for you. It's literally bad for you. And you don't want to be mean or rude and just overall like not nice to people. You never know, right? Like if you're not nice to somebody and then later on in life, like maybe that person you weren't nice to, maybe they become the COO of some company, and then like you're trying to get a job and now you're interviewing, and all of a sudden, who's in front of you? The person interviewing you is the COO, who's the person you were mean to. You never know. That could happen, right? Or maybe there's some kind of business opportunity where maybe you can make a lot of money, and the person who, you know, is thinking about, you know, like who's trying to bring you in, they don't see your face, right? They don't know who you are. Then they see you as like, oh, you're the person who was a dick to me. Yeah, fuck that guy, right? So that could happen. And it's so hard to see that when you're not at this age, like this age that I am right now, you know, after, you know, living a couple of years, like all these things come around. Like it really does. Like all these things from the past come back in some form or another. And it's really hard to kind of think outside of your little youth bubble, where you think, you know, it's just that little world that you know, right? Only the small amount of experiences that you've had. You haven't seen the big picture. You haven't seen all these things that can come around. You don't see like the people that you've met many, many years ago come back, and you meet them again and you're like, oh crap, like all the stuff from in the past kind of comes back to you, right? So all I'm trying to say is be nicer to each other in the activity. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make the activity a better place by giving all this commentary, creating all these videos, teaching in such a way that's like, let's make the community better. Let's make the martial arts, you know, group a little bit more friendlier to each other, and make that little world a little bit better, so that when you guys go out into the other world, the bigger world, right? The bigger world population, that you're gonna help to make that world a better place. Because, you know, of course, there's a lot of negative stuff out there. There's a lot of bad stuff out there. There's a lot of people who are negative and bad, and just, there are horrible things that happen in the world that aren't fair. So anytime we can kind of be like the change we wish to see in the world, that's a Gandhi quote, it's gonna make the world a better place. So I try to live my life like that. You should try to live your life like that. So it doesn't hurt, okay? To be a little bit more kind to people around you, to be a little bit more kind to people in your drumline, to be a little bit more kind to people in the online forums, or, you know, in the social media accounts, right? Just being nicer to people. Being nicer to people you meet on the street, like, you know, the people who bags your groceries, the people who, you know, like you give money to buy your meal. Like, it doesn't hurt to be just a little bit nice, like, hi, how are you doing? How's your day? You know, oh, I like your dress, or I like your tie. You know, just a little compliment, a little something nice is gonna make the world so much better. It's gonna make the activity so much better, and it's gonna make everybody's life experience that much better. Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay? And yeah, so that's all I have to say. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this little plea, this video of just, let's all be nice to each other. Kindness is underrated. It is very, very important. You never know what's gonna come around. All right, like if you were nice to somebody, you know, in your younger days, and then there's an opportunity that comes up, and it's like, oh, that person remembers how nice you were, right? Think of the advantages that can bring, okay? So if you guys really like this video, please do me a huge favor, hit that like button, okay? So in terms of, in regards to positivity, okay? Let's do something positive and show me that you like this video, right? If you guys have any questions or comments, leave in the comments below. Any suggestions on a video you wanna see, leave that in the comments as well. If you have not subscribed yet, like I said, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share this video with somebody who you think could benefit from watching this video. Other than that, thank you guys again for watching. Let's all be nicer. Let's all be kinder to each other. I'm not trying to be like, you know, like rah, or like, you know, hey guys, let's be nice. I'm not trying to say that, okay? I'm just saying it's underrated. Like, you know, it's something that's not talked about enough in the activity. It's something that people don't see it as something very important. especially if we think of it in terms of just like, you know, in our youth where we haven't seen a lot of things yet, right? Just take it from me, right? How all these things can affect so many things, right? Your mindsets, your relationships with other people, how you see the world. Does that make sense? Kindness is underrated. Remember that. Okay, and be a little bit nicer. Put that out there in the world. All right, cool. Watch more videos of mine. Okay, click over here and then subscribe over here. Peace. Catch you next time.